Hello, everyone. A while back, I came across this beautiful story. It's about a woman named Elizabeth. Elizabeth sat by the window every evening. The world outside faded into shadows. The air was heavy with memories. In her hand, folded neatly yet worn from years of being opened, was a letter she had written long ago. The ink had faded, but the words remained etched into her soul. Words she never had the courage to send. The letter was for Daniel, her first love. Elizabeth and Daniel's love story began in a small town nestled between rolling hills and a deep blue sea. Their love story was as timeless as the hills and as vast as the sea. When Elizabeth fell in love with Daniel, it was one of those loves that feels like coming home. He was the boy who walked her home from school, the man who promised her forever beneath a sky full of stars. He was the one who made her laugh, who understood her silences, who challenged her dreams, and who held her hand through the rough patches of life. Daniel was home. But dreams, like glass, are fragile. One day, Daniel left for the city. He wanted to chase his ambition, to build something greater than their small town. He begged Elizabeth to wait for him, promising he would return. And he did write long letters filled with hope and longing, but Elizabeth, she never replied. Fear whispered louder than love, fear that he would forget her, fear that the distance would kill what they had, fear that waiting would turn her life into an endless pause. So she chose silence, hoping against hope that her silence would be mistaken for acceptance, that Daniel would come back to a life ready for him. Years passed, seasons changed, but the ache in Elizabeth's heart only grew. Every night she revisited her silent love, reading Daniel's letters as though they held the key to her own heart. And then one rainy evening, fate dealt her a surprising hand. Elizabeth stood in line at a quaint little cafe when she saw him. Older now, his hair touched with gray, his eyes calmer, wiser, but it was him. Her breath hitched, memories flooded back. The boy who had held her hand was now a man. Time dissolved, the cafe disappeared, and it was just them. He smiled, a small, gentle smile, and Elizabeth's heart broke all over again. She wanted to speak, to pour out her heart, to confess that she had always loved him, that she had never stopped, that every silent night she had waited, even though she pretended she hadn't. But then she saw the ring on his finger, the glow of peace in his eyes, the way he spoke softly to the woman beside him. He was happy, and in that moment, Elizabeth knew her silence had cost her more than she could bear. That night, Elizabeth went home and took out the letter one last time. She reread it, her tears falling onto the faded ink. Then, with trembling hands, she struck a match and held it to the corner of the paper. The flames danced, consuming every word she never said. As the smoke curled into the sky, she whispered, "I'm glad you found your happiness, Daniel. I'm glad." For the first time in years, her heart felt light. Sometimes our silence can hurt more than words ever could. Sometimes letting go is the kindest thing we can do. Sometimes the hardest goodbyes are the ones we never say. So I ask you, have you ever loved someone so deeply that you were afraid to express your feelings? Or perhaps you've held on to a dream that ultimately led to heartache. Your stories matter. Share them with the world. Who knows, maybe someday your story will be someone else's solace. This platform is more than just stories. It's a community of storytellers and listeners. We share our experiences, our cultures, our fears, our hopes. And in doing so, we connect. We understand that we are not alone in this world. We are a community of storytellers. So keep telling your stories. Keep listening to others. Let's fill this world with more understanding, more empathy, and more love. Because sometimes a story is all the love we need. If you liked the story, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends.